All right, here we go again. It is time to get ready to run another 20 miler. This is my last 20-mile run before the 100 miler. It is still 6 weeks away, but it is pretty crazy how close we are getting to race day and how few of long runs that I have left. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Molly. I'm training to run my first 100-mile ultramarathon. It is 6 weeks away from tomorrow. I like to do my long runs on Fridays. It just really helps me mentally, and yeah, that's about it. I like to get it done and get it done before work on Fridays. So it is a glorious 4:23 in the morning right now. I am pretty tired. All of last week I felt like we had the best sleep ever, and then this week we have just like not been sleeping so great, which is weird because I feel like we really haven't changed much. Maybe it was watching TV a little bit before we started the Beast games or whatever last night. I don't know. People are very dramatic on the show. Anyways, that's besides the topic. Like I said, we've got 20 miles today, and just to give you all a quick little glimpse into my training, I did 18 last week, 20 today, 22 next week, which is right after Christmas. So I'll be curious to see how my training goes during Christmas. Maybe I'll do like a week of training vlog. I don't know. But yeah, 22, and then I'll have a down week. I'll go back down to 18, and then the next run will be my longest run of this training cycle, which is a 50K. So after that, then it'll be all downhill and smooth sailing, and race day will be right around the corner. So crazy. But yeah, I've got a lot of really fun videos in the works. So if you are interested in seeing more of my training or just everything else that 2025 will hold, I definitely hope you will subscribe and stick around because I love creating these videos for y'all. But yeah, I've got 20 today. I'm hoping it should pass by pretty quickly. My husband has 8 to do, so we'll do like 4 out, 4 back, and that point I'll be down to 12 miles left, so a good kind of chunk getting it out of the way with him, and then just 12 left. I feel like shouldn't be too hard. One of my friends texted me and asked if she could join it for some too, so might have a friend joining me for a little bit as well. So I have high hopes about today's run, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of do like a mile check in with y'all during the run, because I feel like especially recently I've just been so bad about like consistently vlogging throughout the run, whether I'm just like super in the zone or I'm talking to someone, so I don't vlog as much. So I'm gonna try and do like check in every single mile on this run since I haven't done that yet. But for now, let's go ahead and get ready. It's like 45 degrees outside, so it's pretty cold, so I'm definitely going to be bundling it. I was hoping to have a couple new things of like gear and fuel to try, but I think the US postal system is like super backed up right now, so I only have one new thing to try out with y'all. The gear testing is like needing to happen within the next few weeks, like ideally all before the 50K, but the 50K will kind of be one of my last shots to try anything that I really want to do on a race day, just because I want to make sure it lasts for obviously a long amount of time. It's great if something can last for like 18 miles, but that is not, it's not even like a dent in the actual race. So today I am trying out toe socks. I'm not going to show y'all putting them on because I feel like that's going to be kind of creepy, but I've been listening to more like podcasts and watching recaps and stuff, which was one of the things I really wanted to do this week, so I can check that off. And just had some people mention that they prefer the toe socks for the race just because it gives like less of a chance for blisters since all the toes are separated, and I thought that was a really good idea. So I got these socks from Injinji. I don't know if they're like a well-known brand or something like that, but they had good reviews, and obviously I looked up like on Reddit what people were saying, and a couple of people recommended these. So I'm very hopeful about these. And then as per usual, I am wearing my New Balance Fresh Foam. I'm starting to think a lot about like my shoes for race day, and from what I've seen, I've been looking up some specific stuff about Rocky Raccoon. Everyone says like unless it has rained and is super muddy, typical like road shoes should work really well for you, since it's not a super technical trail. It is like a trail race, but it is not super technical, which is one of the reasons why I decided that race should be my first. But yeah, so as of now, my plan is probably to wear these and then probably bring like a pair of my Adidas shoes that I really like as well, that I wore a lot like closer to the beginning. These are just a little more cushioned, so I'll probably bring those, and then Obviously, if it's like muddy and rainy, then I will need to switch things up, but I am already really praying that it's not. So yeah, I'm gonna put these on, put on my shoes, and then we can chat through some fuel. I've got like the full spread in front of me for my fueling plan, and another, I think I already mentioned this, but just because I think USPS is super backed up right now, I had really wanted to try out a new brand that was a sponsor of an ultra podcast that I was listening to this week, and was super intrigued by them. That's one of the reasons I love like following influencers and love when they get ads, because I feel like it introduces me to a lot of brands that I hadn't heard of otherwise. And I actually got an email that had said it was delivered on Monday, and I literally have not seen it. So I don't know if, sometimes you get like a notification early before it like arrives, so I'm not sure if I need to place another order, if it is just like lost in translation right now. So I'm bummed I don't have that, because that's really what I was counting on. So we ran to the gas station last night to get some stuff. So real quick, let's just chat through what my game plan will be for the fuel. I have really enjoyed having the like carb electrolyte mix for the first few miles, especially because I did just eat the Pop-Tart here. I ate the full like 2 Pop-Tarts and had electrolytes. I think the lemon lime for some reason is just like my go-to for all of the super like fruity additive things. Like same with the salt stick. I just really like the lemon lime, and I think it sits well with my stomach. So I'll add this to my water for the first like 1 to 4 miles. And we are bringing another handy dandy PB&J, and I actually really like this vest because it has so many pockets, and this is like the perfect vest for it since it doesn't really stick in my hydration vest. I definitely plan on wearing this vest for race day, assuming that it will be pretty cold. That would be weird if it wasn't cold, but I'll have this at like mile 4. I suspect that this fuel will last me for a good chunk, like probably until mile 9, I think. And then I'm going to bring 2 Cliff Bars. I used to train with these all the time. They're actually really great fuel. They sit really well with my stomach. They are like a little chewy, but I'm still trying to figure out just like the chewiness of a bunch of things, because I feel like this, like the other bars that I tried, were super chewy, but I could see them working well for me. So I need to figure that out, but I think I'm gonna bring both of these. I hope they both fit in my hydration vest. And then for like, so this will last for mile 10 and mile 13 because it's a bigger bar. I'll just eat half of it at 10, another half at 13. And maybe I'll bring, I think, just a little bit of candy just in case, and then I'll probably bring this too just in case, and stick it more like in the front, because if I take this at 13, then I'll need really just like one more thing of fuel around 16. So that could be the candy, or it could be another Cliff Bar. Okay, I think I'm just gonna bring one Cliff Bar and then pour some candy into the Baguio as well, and that should be good. And then, like I said, I'm gonna bring these salt stick chews. I'll probably put them up here as well. All right, checking in. We just hit mile 1. It was pretty cold, I feel like, when we got out here, and now I think it feels pretty good. Are you still cold?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, it feels pretty good. And yeah, just kind of settling into our easy pace. We just hit mile 2. I swear the miles go by so much faster when you're in the dark and when you have someone to talk to. I would say it wasn't until recently when Dom started joining me for the runs where I actually started to like have fun talking with someone. Usually I do not like that, but it has been very fun to have him come with me and help pass the miles faster. We just hit 3 miles just a little bit ago, about 0.2 ago. Feeling really good, still just sipping on my fuel, and we've got one more, and then we'll backtrack and head back because Dom is doing 8 this morning. Just hit mile 4. Bicyclists out here are crazy. I feel like whenever you hear them coming, it takes me a while to like function what they've said. So they're going fast. It's kind of scary sometimes when they pass you and you're like, where do I go? But so far, so good. Now we are headed back, and 4 back, and then I'll come back out. Just hit mile 5. As per usual, this run is flying by. I was just thinking, like, it is so calm and peaceful out here in the mornings. There are definitely, like I said, the bicyclists and groups of runners, but it's like, it's so quiet, it's so still. The sun is rising, feels really good outside. I'm just so happy. I love seeing each time I come on here that it's just slowly getting brighter and brighter. But we just hit mile 6.
I'm about to finish my PB&J. Like, getting all up close and personal to make sure you can see it. But I get a lot of comments that y'all enjoy watching these when you were on the treadmill and just like struggling through a run. So if you're in the middle of a run, don't give up. You got this. You are so much stronger than you think. And I'm so proud of you, so keep going. We just hit mile 7, it's still feeling really good. I really have to go to the bathroom, so luckily we'll be back at our apartment in about a mile. I feel like the way my bladder is during runs is so interesting because I always have to go fairly early on, but then I don't really need to go again once I like go. So I guess that makes sense with like how much I'm like sweating and whatnot, but so it's kind of annoying. Like within like the first 3 miles, I'm like, oh, gotta go to the restroom, but overall, yeah, we still feel really, really good. And then my friend is gonna meet up with me at mile 9. I just hit mile 8. I passed off my hat and my handheld when Dom got back to the car. Recently, all my hats have just really been bothering me. I feel like they haven't been like staying on my head the way I want them to. And I was like, it's not gonna be sunny, so just gave it to him. My friend just got to the spot, so I'll see her in about a mile. And it just got me thinking because I feel like I do a pretty good job of balancing being social, seeing my friends, training, work, relationships, like life essentially. Like I feel like I'm pretty careful about what I say yes to, what I say no to. But as I really get more into this training, I'm obviously having to say no to a lot more. And so the friend who's meeting me, we were trying to do a double date because our husbands are also really good friends. I was like, we can do Wednesday. She was like, we can't do Wednesday because y'all do Thursday or Friday. And I was like, honestly, like Thursdays are hard because I wake up at like 4 a.m. on Fridays. Fridays are hard because I'm so tired and want to go to bed at like 8 o'clock. So like, let's just do something after the holidays. So then she was like, oh, I'll just come and run with you in the morning. Like, if you're okay with that, I don't want to like inconvenience you, but like would love to run with you if you'd want some company. And I know it's so simple, but just like that gesture of her obviously going out of her way to come and join me for a run, I just think it was so sweet. And so I just want to encourage you, if you have a friend who is really in the weeds of training and you're like, oh man, like I wish there was something I could do to support them or just like see them more, I just want to encourage you to offer to join them for a run. Obviously not everyone enjoys company. It took me a while and I'm still like kind of iffy about whether or not I would want to like regularly run with friends, but like her gesture of reaching out and asking if she could join me was truly so nice. So yeah, I just wanted to share that in case you have someone who is training for a race. I think like the little gestures and support while training really go a long way. Just hit mile 9. When Dom and I were running together, we were running like about 12-minute mile pace, which is like a very comfortable conversational pace for me. So this mile I've been running closer to like 10:40 because I always hate the thing with like meeting up with friends. It's like I don't know exactly what my pace will be, so I feel bad when they're waiting for me. So I think she's been waiting for me for a minute, but I know she doesn't mind. But yeah, I will try and still do the mile check-ins when we're together, but obviously like depending on the conversation and everything, I don't want to be like, halt, I'm bringing out a camera. So we'll see. But yeah, 9 miles down and only 11 to go. This is flying by. I just hit mile 13. I had a feeling I wouldn't want to pull out my camera when I was with my friend, and yeah, it was so much fun to have her. Literally the past 4 miles have gone by so quickly. I'm pretty hungry now. I've got 7 miles left and I'm gonna eat half of this Cliff Bar now. Just hit mile 14, only 6 more miles, so only about an hour, a little over an hour left to go. I've been running like 10:50 again, but I think I'm gonna slow it down. I feel good, but I feel like I might just enjoy going a little bit slower. I just hit mile 15. I don't know if this has ever happened to y'all, but I feel like my like bone is starting to hurt. It's just kind of like aching a little bit, which I haven't actually had that happen before. Usually it's like an actual like IT band or something, but my like shin bone is kind of hurting. I don't know. If it keeps up, I'll kind of pay attention to it more, but I'm hoping it's just like a weird pain that has popped up and is gonna go away soon. But maybe I need to look into some supplements for bone health just to be extra safe. I just hit mile 16. Good news, no more weird bone pain in my shin. It went away after like a couple minutes. Very bizarre. Not too worried about it though. And I finished the rest of my Cliff Bar and also stopped to go to the bathroom. So overall I feel really good. My legs are like at the point where everything is starting to feel a little tired, but still feel strong and I'm still able to keep up a pretty good pace. Just hit mile 17, less than 3 miles left. I watched I'm running like 10 minutes a mile right now. I don't think that's accurate, but I'm in between 10 to 11, which y'all know I'm not really a pace person, but I do feel like sometimes it's helpful just to know. During the ultra, I'll probably target, I don't know, around 12 or 13 in order to finish it under 24 hours. My average will have to be 12:30, so just a good like benchmark for me. I just hit 18 miles. I cannot believe it. I feel like this run has flown by. I know I say this in a lot of them, but I just feel so thankful. I have had so many great long runs. I feel like it started really rough and I just wasn't feeling good on majority of them, which was very worrisome, but overall I feel like I've had a really solid training block. I know I'm just now really getting into my highest mileage, but it feels really good just to have had such a strong training block so far. 1 mile left. My legs are definitely feeling a little tired, a little heavy. Gonna have to really push on this last mile, honestly more mentally than physically, just to not give up. I feel like I'm pretty perfectly dressed for this run, especially because I could take off the vest if I wanted to, but it definitely heated up a little faster than I was expecting it to. I think mostly because the sun is like directly shining on me, but I don't think I would have wanted to wear anything else for this. This lighting is so unfortunate, but just like that, we are done running 20 miles. Thank y'all for coming along with me. That was actually so fun to check in with y'all at almost every mile. I did preface that I probably wouldn't check in when I was with my friend, but I do feel a little guilty that I didn't check in with y'all then. But yeah, that was so fun. It's so fun to get to check in with y'all at almost every mile. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I don't think I'm gonna do another like ultra to-do list in this one. I know I did that last one. I think I'll do it again at like the month mark when we're 4 weeks out, especially because I've just been talking a lot in this video. I'm a little scared of how long it's gonna be, and we don't need to keep talking, but be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And next week I've got 22 miles, which will be the longest I've done yet this training cycle. Then I'll have the down week, and then I'll have my highest mileage yet. I hope y'all can still hear me over the leaf blower. But yeah, I just so appreciate you for being here and for watching, and I'll see you next time.